to it in a lot of time. That is Priscilla Block with my blog. And in a few minutes, I got Ingrid Andrews doing some wishful drinking, and Chris Stapleton.
Thanks for listening to WBZR 105.9 right here in Atmore.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
You're in Hot Country 105.9 Atmore, Dave and Ed.
Well, two offenses. He said he would be right over.
I gotta get a grab.
How you doing?
She's gonna pay and I'll pay her back. Thank you.
She said, let's put one in
Looking for a motorized bicycle. They said you'll never be more than that. What will they say next? On the power of dreams.
It's really cute.
Miss Chris.
Oh, I know.
Who?
Chris.
Oh, I thought you said Miss. I thought you said Miss Chris. Kind of cute.
You know, it's just one of those places that once you're here, once you see it, you experience it, it's forever. Day trip rafting, inflatable kayaking, Glacier Lake, multi-day river trips,
How big is it?
hikes, bike rentals. They're kind of your one-stop adventure shop. I like to tell folks that our day rafting trip has two parts to it. We have a peaceful, serene glacier lake. We get up close to an iceberg. We can hear the sounds of the glacier really up close. And then we drift out into class 3 whitewater, exciting, splashy. You will get wet, but you're not going to be paddling for your life. Everybody gets the experience of helping the boat move, paddling into waves, just being able to immerse yourself in this landscape. Our guests really take that on board. We're not selling a trip, we're selling an experience. A lot of folks, this might be their only trip to Alaska, and we take that seriously.
Yeah, I was going to say, can't change anything, maybe. It should be up at the bin circle. It should be up.
I was saying.
It starts with I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this product to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. So unpredictable, count below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on, you didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. Eventually, be a memory of a time I tried so hard. poverty. Remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I put my trust in you, just as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I've put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even
My band director isn't here yet, so I hear him.
He takes the Tostitos, fakes left, goes right, and dives into the salsa. Now that is how you bring home the snacks.
I don't know what I did. Well, I sure did.
Bill Cosby is going absolutely crazy down here. Isn't that right, Billy? So true. Doesn't get much better than this.
said that the kid that was number 11 is now number 53.
Peyton Snipes. Okay.
Maybe they've already got it updated.
I don't know. Chances are, if he's wearing 53, he won't make a play anyway.
Rob Armstead is number 2.
We'd like to welcome everybody tonight to Escambia Academy and National Field for tonight's matchup between our friends from Butler, Alabama, the Patrician Academy Saints, and your own Escambia Academy Cougars. Tonight is Senior Night 2022. At this time, we'd like to direct your attention to the home side of the football field. Tonight is our honor and privilege to recognize our senior football players and their parents for Senior Night at their last home football game at ASWA Field here in Canoe, Alabama. For the senior majorette, Ms. Mary Blackman will present her with a rose for her parents. Ms. Majorette Hillary Husky. Hillary is the daughter of Will and Haley Husky. Hillary has been at EA since she was in K4, and she has been an EA majorette and a featured twirler for 6 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Hillary Husky. Miss Tiffany Gookin. Tiffany is the daughter of Todd and Martha Gookin. Tiffany joined the EA family as a freshman, is a 2022 UCA All-American cheerleader, and has cheered for EA for 2 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Tiffany Gookin. Miss Abby Kate Hill. Abby Kate is the daughter of Michelle Helton. Abby Kate came to EA as a freshman. She is this year's captain. She is an AISA All-Star cheerleader, and she has cheered for EA for 2 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Abby Kate Helton. Number 1, playing quarterback, Jacob Lee. Jacob is the son of Scott and Donna Lee. Jacob became a Cougar as an 8th grader and has been part of the EA football team for 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jacob Lee. Number 3, playing running back and defensive back, Kristen Crook. He is the son of DeWarren and Tamika Cook. Christian came to EA in the 6th grade, and this is Christian's 6th year to play EA football. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kristen Crook. Number 12, wide receiver and defensive back, Cameron Ball. Cameron is the son of Natalie and Chris Lee. Cameron joined the EA family his 9th grade year, and this is his first year to play for the Cougars. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cameron Ball. Number 55, playing defensive tackle, Quara McGee. his first year to play EA football. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Troy McGee. I apologize for pronouncing this Troy. Number 60, playing defensive end and offensive line, Nick Kane. Nick is the son of Brandy and Chris Davis. Nick became a Cougar in the 8th grade, and this is Nick's 5th year playing football at EA. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Kane. We do have one that's homesick tonight, number 68, Riley Baggett. We'd like to honor him tonight also. He is the son of Josh and Angie Baggett. Riley came to EA as a freshman, and this is his 4th year to play football for the Cougars. Good wishes for Riley tonight. Thank you, seniors and parents. We are proud to call each of you part of the EA family. We're also proud of everything that you seniors have accomplished in EA as EA student athletes. You will be greatly missed next year. We wish you all the very best in your future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome me in congratulating our seniors and their parents. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 senior football players and cheerleaders.
Test 1 2 1 2 3. Test check 1 2. All right, let's see what we got. Test 1 2 1 2 3.
Debbie, sir.
Hey, sir.
What's up?
Little football. What you doing?
I just come by, check on things, make sure everything's all right. Everything all right?
Yes, sir. I got
all right.
a board operator there tonight.
I ain't seen one. You supposed to have one?
Supposed to.
I don't know. I guess I have to do it then, huh?
Well, I don't know. Are you supposed to be doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you had me worried there for a second.
What time you want to go on?
Just whenever you're ready to give it to me, I'll be ready to go.
All right. As soon as this song goes on, I'll throw it to you.
All right. Hey.
All right.
Hey, last week I don't know what happened last week, but last week something happened during the broadcast where I couldn't hear my commercials and things last week. So I don't know what the deal was. I don't know whether Hayden didn't have something set just right or whatever, whether something got pushed, but I couldn't hear on my end. Maybe things will be better tonight.
All right. Check it out. Make sure.
Okay.
All right. I'll come to you on this song.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to high school football on a Friday night on WBZR 105.9 FM in Atmore. Ricky Dean along with you from Canoe, Alabama, home of the Escambia Academy Cougars, for tonight's big region ball game between Escambia Academy and the Patrician Academy Saints. Patrician Academy making their way over here from Butler, Alabama, and Patrician's got a good football team. They like to run the football, and so it'll be up to the Cougars defensively to stop the run and see how this game turns out for them tonight. Patrician Academy on the year is 7-0. They are unbeaten on this season. They come, as I said, from Butler, Alabama. They wear blue, white, and gold as their uniform colors. They're coached by Coach Jonathan Lindsay, who has been at Patrician Academy for the last 10 years, and he has a 10-year record of 77-46. And, of course, Patrician Academy being undefeated, they are the number one ranked AISA 2A team in Region 2. The last time that these two teams played was last year over at Butler. EA won that ball game by a score of 34-14. The all-time series, Patrician leads the series between these two teams, winning 12 out of 17 games, so a 12-5 record against the Cougars over the span of the entire series. Next week, Patrician will play a big game over in Grove Hill against Clark Prep. But this game means a lot to the Cougars tonight. The Cougars need to pick up a win in this game tonight if possible. And, of course, the Cougars have been playing really good football for the last 3 weeks. They were 0-3 the first 3 games of the season. The last 3 games here, the last 3 weeks, they've picked up 3 wins in a row, so a lot of excitement there. But this is going to be, of the 3 games that they have won, now going into this 4th game in a row, this is going to be their toughest opponent so far, probably their toughest opponent all year long. Even though Grove Hill Clark Prep is a really good football team, it remains to be seen, of course, they'll settle that next week. But tonight on senior night in Canoe, well, we've got to get this game played, and, of course, it'll be between a very good football team and also what has turned out to be a good football team in its own right, the Escambia Academy Cougars. So with all that being said, we've got a little coaches interview now between myself and Coach Billups with Escambia Academy. We're going to play that interview, and then we'll come back and try to get this football game started. Here's Coach Billups. Here with Coach Billups with Escambia Academy for tonight's big ball game, another region game here in Canoe, as the Cougars will be taking on Patrician Academy as the Saints come into town. Coach, we've looked good the last 3 games, 3 wins in a row after dropping the first 3. Just got to continue moving forward. What do you know about this bunch that's coming in here tonight?
They're really well coached, really good, really strong up front, and they like to run the football.
Well, and that's one thing I've noticed. You know, defensively, we've done a pretty good job stopping people from running the football against us. What's the game plan tonight against them, liking to run the ball so much?
We'll probably hit some quick passes, kind of expose the edges, but I'm going to stick to the run still.
All right, well, I appreciate that. I've really enjoyed watching that old school I formation when it comes out on the field. I really appreciate it. And to be honest with you, I think with Jacob Lee at quarterback, I think Jacob throws the ball a little better when he's got the opportunity to go to play action and get the ball down the field.
Yes, sir, he does. It opens some things up.
Yeah, well, on the defensive side of things, what do you think you're going to have to do to stop this run?
To run, get penetration,
swarm to the football.
It's going to be a physical football game.
I got you.
I've been telling kids all week.
Yeah, well, good. And you know, I know you guys can handle it. You've played really well the last 3 ball games. It's been fun to watch. Anybody you want to point out that's played really well? I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to beat you to the punch on that. It was really refreshing last week to see extra points go through the uprights every time. That was really big.
It was huge. Unfortunately, he's out with the flu this week.
Oh, my goodness. So. There's a lot of that flu stuff going around, especially in the area high schools and stuff like that. Well, Coach, going into this ball game, another big region game, we'll be pulling for you up there, and good luck to you. And anything you want to say as we sign off?
Go Cougars.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
And welcome back. That was Coach Billups prior to this ball game tonight, as the Cougars were out on the field downstairs, down there warming up. And, of course, we're not very far away from kicking this thing off, about 9 minutes away or so from the opening kickoff. So I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll take a quick break and let some of our sponsors talk about their businesses. We'll talk about pay homage to our sponsors as we get set for a senior night in Canoe, Alabama. It's the Escambia Academy Cougars and the Patrician Academy Saints. That game's upcoming about 8.5 minutes from now. We'll be back. You're listening to Escambia Academy Cougar Football on WBZR 105.9 FM in Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Here's some good policy from your local agent and Auto Owners Insurance. When your insurance policy comes from us, it comes with something extra, a real person. Don't buy from an insurance company with an 8-hour number and a voicemail menu. Auto Owners Insurance operates exclusively through local independent agencies here to help you 24/7. Now that's good policy.
This is Larry White Insurance Agency at 430 Palafox Street in Fulmerton, or call 296-2471. Why buy at Johnson Ford? We put our customers' wants and needs first. We respect your time and offer a stress-free approach to selling cars. This is reflected in our winning Ford President's Award 5 years consecutively. From sales to service, we do everything we can to achieve the highest level of customer.
Hey, we could take a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Just take a minute.
Okay. Street in Atmore to experience the know-how, best price, worst way of doing business. Stop by and see Jim Johnson and the staff, or give them a call, 251-368-2135.
And welcome back as we get set for high school football on a Friday night on WBZR 105.9 FM in Atmore. Ricky Dean in with you, as I am each and every Friday night during the football season. We've been following Escambia Academy, the Cougars, here for the past, this makes our third year in a row that we've been broadcasting these broadcasts on Friday night. And, of course, we invite you to join us on the radio, certainly, and take part in that. Or if you, even if you want to watch the games, you can go on YouTube. On the YouTube page of Escambia Academy Football, you can just type that in the search bar and pull it up. And of course, what we do is we stream our radio broadcast over the video broadcast, and we're able to do that, bring that to you on both Facebook and on YouTube. And of course, we have sponsors for that as well, for the video portion of the game. And the video sponsors for Escambia Academy Cougar Football on Facebook and YouTube are the fine folks at Johnson Ford, the great folks at Reynolds Real Estate here in Atmore, and also Dr. William Harris, the General Surgery Office of Dr. William Harris. And so we thank those sponsors for allowing us for actually bringing us the video portion of this broadcast. And of course, we just overlay our radio broadcast over the top of the video, and that makes for kind of sort of like watching it on TV if you're sitting around. I know I watch some of the replays when I want to see the way certain plays went, things that I remember from the game that were really exciting. A lot of times I'll just pull that game up on YouTube and watch it later in the week, and that way I can check out some of the games and some of the action that we had, especially on those really, really slow TV nights that nothing's going on. I'll just turn on the high school football games and watch them. So anyway, we've got this game tonight between Patrician Academy Saints, making a long trip from Butler, Alabama, and of course that's way across the river, as they say it. I mean, it's almost to Mississippi. You got to go up into Monroe County, hit Highway 84, and go west, young man. And eventually, over there somewhere, you'll find that Butler area over there where Patrician Academy is located. It's a long way over there, not an easy trip, and they've made that trip over here. And not meaning to wish them any harm or anything, but we kind of hope that trip wore them out tonight, wore them out a little bit, because this is a really, really good football team that we're facing here tonight, and they are undefeated on the year, a record of 7-0, and they're undefeated, and they really have a really good football team. They like to run it. They've only thrown the ball about 6 times all year long. I did see the quarterback getting his arm loose in the game, but I think that's a little showmanship on their part. They don't throw the football very much. Let's take a look at tonight's captains for the Escambia Academy Cougars. On the field to be a captain tonight, number 3 senior Christian Crook. Also a captain. It's going to be only 5 captains, senior captains for Escambia Academy. And so all 5 of those seniors are going to be captains tonight. That'll be 3, Christian Crook. Number 60 will be Nick Kane. Number 1 will be Jacob Lee. Number 12, Cameron Ball. And also number 55, doing the speed limit, that's going to be Tuari McGee. And those are your seniors for the Escambia Academy Cougars. I'll try to get you the names and numbers of those from Patrician Academy, but I'm having to flip through items here on my phone in order to find out information on them. So we're going to make try to get things to you here as quickly as we can. I do see a number 5. That's a captain for Patrician. Number 5 is going to be Brett Criswell. Also I don't have a number 1 on the roster. I see a number 1 out there. Cougars are going to get the football to start the first half anyway, so trying to get you those other numbers. One of them looks to be 64 for Patrician. And wouldn't you know it, I don't have a 64 either, so I don't know how accurate this roster is that that I've got on my phone either. I don't have a paper roster, but I pulled one up that was sent to me that was supposed to be their 2022 roster, and it doesn't appear to be very accurate. The Patrician Saints come out onto the field, and here come the Cougars, and both teams are going to assemble on the sideline, and what we're going to have to follow is an invocation followed by the national anthem. So I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's take about 3 minutes right here and come back after that is over with. We'll take 3 minutes worth of commercials right here and come back after the invocation and the national anthem. Let's take a break and come back. You're listening to Escambia Academy Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on Facebook or YouTube.
Diamond gasoline stations with locations all over South Alabama and Northwest Florida wish all the local teams in the area good luck this football season. Thank you for making Diamond Gasoline your choice for quality fuels and convenience items. Diamond Gasoline is proud to support this broadcast and be a part of the community. And remember, fill your tank and save your green at Diamond Gasoline. Whether selling or buying home, lots, land, or commercial properties in both Alabama and Florida, you need to see the fine folks at Southern Real Estate. Debbie Rowell, owner and broker, and agent David Dobson are ready to assist you with any real estate needs. Located at 800 East Nashville Avenue in Atmore and at southernrealestate.org on the web, they are just a phone call away at 251-368-4397. Choosing the right realtor makes all of the difference. See Southern Real Estate.
Good evening. This is Greg Albritton, your state senator. It's great to be back under the lights of Friday night football. It's been a long time since I was a player under these same lights, but I haven't forgotten the hard work, determination, and teamwork it takes to finish the game with a victory. As your senator, I use these same principles in Montgomery as we compete with other areas of the state for the resources we need. It is my job to see that Escambia County comes out a winner.
Atmore Auto Parts, located at 105 North 2nd Avenue in Atmore, is your local Napa dealer, specializing in automotive parts, farm and agricultural parts, ATV and heavy-duty parts, marine and hydraulic hoses. Atmore Auto Parts is open Monday through Friday from 7 to 5 and on Saturdays 7 to 12. No one knows parts better than the folks at Atmore Auto Parts. So for your next project, call Atmore Auto Parts at 251-368-2148.
Every neighborhood is different. Every home unique. But one thing is for sure. Everywhere you go, you'll find people who take pride in their homes. Indoors, outdoors, they're always working on something. At your local ACE, we're proud to play our part in the communities we serve. And we want you to know that whatever projects you're planning, whether they're big or small, we'll be there. Have a question? Send and ask. Our associates will be glad to help. Show you everything you'll need to get started. Give you friendly tips and expert advice on getting great results. Helpful ways to help you save time and money. Painting a room a new color. Getting the lawn just right. From changing porch light to hanging pictures on the wall. If you need help, your local ACE is just minutes away. Stop by today. ACE, the helpful place.
See Bondurant Lumber and Hardware with locations in Bruton, Century, and Atmore.
And welcome back as we get set to kick this ball game off on a Friday night here in Canoe. Patrician Academy, the Saints, will tee the football up at the 40. They will kick off to the Cougars, who will get the ball offensively for the first time tonight to get this game started in a big AISA 2A Region 2 football contest here from Canoe, Alabama. The 3-3 Escambia Academy Cougars and the 7-0 Patrician Academy Saints. Ball is teed up. There's the kick. Left-footed kicker's going to kick a low squib kick. It's going to be handled by number 3, Christian Crook. Crook being pursued, and he's going to get drugged down from behind. Looks like they're going to spot him down at about the 27-yard line, where it'll be first 10 and 10 Cougars from there as the Cougar offense will come out. I tell you, that was pretty impressive right there for Patrician Academy. Number 28 showing some speed there as he ran Christian Crook down from behind on that kickoff return. So first down and 10 Cougars, ball on the Cougar 27-yard line as they'll have the ball to start this ball game. Cougars break the huddle. Jacob Lee from the shotgun, got a single back in the backfield with him. Slot receivers to the right, wide receiver to the left. Handoff is going to be to number 3, Christian Crook. Crook looking for running room, got running room. He's going to battle across the 50-yard line and be in Saints territory. The ball will be spotted at the, looks like the Saints 47-yard line or so. They actually spot him a yard closer to the 46. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars in Saints territory after a good gain on first down by running back Christian Crook. Same formation, except the slot goes to the left-hand side now. Christian Crook, the single back, with Jacob Lee in the shotgun. There's the snap. Handoff is going to be up the middle. And that's going to be number 5, Devin Kelly, on the carry. Kelly's going to lose about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 13 now for the Cougars. Ball comes all the way back to the Saint 49-yard line.
Yeah. The keep was there. It was there. What's that play call?
Slot formation to the left, wide receiver to the right. Jacob Lee in the shotgun. Christian Crook in the backfield with him. There's the snap. Lee looking to throw. He's being flushed. He's going to throw the ball now and throw it into the ground. Really, it looked like he had some running room there. Probably should have just kept it. But he tries to throw and throws the ball into the ground. That pass is incomplete, so that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 13. Just underway here in Canoe, 10:35 with the clock stopped on the incompletion between the Escambia Academy Cougars and Patrician Academy. Senior night for the Cougars. Cougars break the huddle, steal the shotgun set. Slot receivers to the left, going to bring a man in motion. Handoff, or no, fake the handoff. That's going to be number 1, Jacob Lee, on the quarterback run. Just basically a quarterback sweep around left end. Is going to get stopped after a short gain, a gain of about 5 yards. It'll be 4th down now and 8. And so the Cougars send the punt team out, and they'll be punting the ball off to this Patrician Academy football team, who is 7-0 on the year. The last time I actually peeped at the rankings, the state rankings, Patrician Academy was right up there around number 3. There's the punt. It's going to end up going out of bounds far side inside the 20-yard line. Looks like it's going to be spotted on about the 19. That's where Patrician Academy will have the football, 1st down and 10 for their first offensive possession of the ball game. So the Cougars will be on defense, got to stop the run. That's what Coach Billups said in his pregame comments as we interviewed him earlier. And in what I remember with them from last year, they do not throw it very much. They run the wing tee, so you got to follow the guards and follow the football. Here they come. They've got lead blockers, still on his feet, still finally running out of bounds. That's going to be 28. 28 on the carry for Patrician Academy is Braden Banks. And Banks has got some wheels. He's the one that on the opening kickoff ran Christian Crook down from behind and stopped him after that opening kick. 1st down and 10 for Patrician. The ball comes all the way out across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Slot formation to the right. Tight end set to the left. Split backs. Quarterback's underneath center. There's the snap. Going to throw a spot pass out there. That's why they don't throw it very much. We used to call that throw. That used to be what we called a spot back in the day. course, the thing I liked about A-Spot is it gave me a chance to pull, and usually being the size that I was as a pulling guard, when I got to pull out there, I got to block a cornerback who was usually about my size. Second down and 10 now. Patrician with a wide receiver set to the right. H-back to the, or to the left, I'm sorry. H-back's to the right. There's 28. He's got the football, breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage, still on his feet. Rumbling down inside the 25. Looks like they stop him at right short of the 20-yard line around the 21. So that's 21 Braden Banks on the carry. And he picks up good yardage. And I tell you one thing, when they run the football, they've got a lot of interference out there ahead of these running backs. Somebody's just going to have to make a play. You're going to have to come up as a cornerback or a safety, and you just got to stick your nose in there. Man in motion. Handoff is going to be to the fullback. He's going to battle for yardage, but finally the turf monster got him. That's number 1 on the carry. Don't have a number 1 actually in the program, so we're not sure who number 1 is. Quite possibly it could be Jack Lane, who is in the program book as number 2, but we don't have a number 1 listed on the Patrician roster. Split backfield, wide receiver set wide to the left. Handoff is going to be to 28. That's going to be 28 Braden Banks around right in. Gets near the goal line, but is not in. It's going to be a 1st and goal for Patrician. The ball inside the 5. Looks like they've got it spotted. Hard to read the angle from here, but it's got to be from about the 1-yard line. Looking far side at the down marker, it looks like it's 1st and goal from the 1. Quarterback sneak right up the middle. Signal in. Yes, they give him a touchdown on that as the quarterback takes the snap, goes straight ahead for a touchdown. And with 7:38 to go here in the first quarter of play, the score, Patrician 6 and Escambia Academy nothing. So the Saints on the scoreboard first. And they did most of their work. There's the snap is low, and it's going to be a no-go on the point after touchdown. So the Cougars get a break there, and they only trail by 6 as we get ready to go to break here. 7:38 to go here in the first quarter. The score, Patrician Academy 6, Escambia Academy nothing. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
The Heat Sports Grill and 30 Below Ice Cream, located at 110 North Main Street in Atmore, invite you in. From appetizers and sides to their famous bone-in or boneless chicken wings, or one of their fan favorites, delicious burgers, sandwiches, or hot dogs. And don't forget to leave room for dessert. The Heat Sports Grill has Wing Wednesdays, $1 bone-in from 5 to 8, and college football Saturdays, it's $1 bone-in all day. They open 11 a.m. Monday through Saturday. You can call ahead, 251-308-4238, or order online. The Heat Sports Grill and 30 Below Ice Cream, 110 North Main, Atmore.
No visit to Atmore is complete until you've experienced Gather. The Gather restaurant, located at 111 West Nashville Avenue in Atmore, has become the premier location for an incredible dining experience. From delectable appetizers and perfectly seasoned steaks to scrumptious dessert choices, your mouth is sure to water just thinking about your next trip to Gather. Great food, incredible service, and an authentic Southern charm will have you coming back again and again. Gather is open Tuesday through Saturday from 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. The Gather restaurant is a proud sponsor of Escambia Academy Cougar Athletics.
Welcome back. Cougars with the football after the kick. They get the ball out to the 41-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Cougars there. Jacob Lee, the quarterback from the shotgun. He's got slot receivers to both sides. Now brings a man in motion. That's going to be number 3, Christian Crook, who will join him in the backfield. Fake is going to be to Crook. Now Jacob Lee trying to look for yardage. And he gets stopped and pulled down from behind in the backfield. Play loses 3 yards. It'll be second down now and 13. Second down and 13. 7:02 and the clock rolling here in the first quarter. Cougars down 6-0 to Patrician Academy. Jacob Lee from the shotgun. Slot receivers again to both sides. Here comes a man in motion. Motion up front. Let's see. It's going to be a illegal motion penalty against the Cougars. False start against the Cougars, so that's going to back them up 5 yards. And that's one thing that the Cougars cannot afford to have happen to them tonight. They can't afford in a close ball game, which this one is at the moment. They can't afford to get bit by the penalty monster. Clock still rolling, 6:29 to go here first quarter. Jacob Lee, the quarterback, from the shotgun. Trip receivers now to the other side. Brings one of those in motion. That's going to be number 3, Christian Crook. Jacob Lee finally pulls the ball down. He was looking downfield, but had nobody open. Good coverage on the back end by the Patrician defenders. And so that's going to be a short gain on the play. But still, the ball is behind the sticks. Ball spotted at the Cougar 34-yard line. It's going to be third down and 17. Third down and 17. Wide receiver split wide left. Slot receivers to the right. Man in motion is Christian Crook. There's the snap. Jacob Lee looking to throw, and he's going to fall down and lose his footing. And that's going to bring up a fourth down, and there's just nobody open. Nobody open down the field. This defense for the Patrician Academy Saints doing a good job covering the pass receivers. And that's going to be a long way for a first down. Brings up a fourth down now. And they've got it marked as 30 yards to go on the scoreboard. So the punting unit for the Cougars on. And Jacob Lee, number 1, is going to be back deep to do the punting. There's the snap. Snap's good. There's the punt. Punt's away. It's good. It's going to be fielded. Fair catch called for and received. And spotted down at the Patrician 43-yard line. So we'll just keep it right here, as this is going to turn over pretty quick here with Patrician's offense coming out on the field very quickly. And we'll take another commercial break when we can squeeze one in. But 6-0 the score. Patrician with the lead and the football right now. Clock stopped at 5:21 to go, first quarter. Man coming in motion. There's the snap. Handoff's going to be to the fullback. Got running room. That's going to be number 1. Not sure who 1 is because we don't have a 1 listed in the program. But he's going to battle for yardage. Looks like he's got enough for a first down if they give it to him. And they do. So it will be a first down. Play gains 10 yards even. And so Patrician moving the football now into Cougar territory. Ball spotted at the Cougar 47. Patrician Saints with the football. Quarterback underneath center. Here comes a man in motion. Handoff is going to be to number 1. He was set at the tailback position, is 1. 1 gained about 4 yards on the play there. That'll be second down and 6 for Patrician. Ball moved inside the Cougar 45 down to about the 43. Clock running, 4:13 to go here in the first quarter. Patrician with a 6-0 lead. Penalty flags. It's going to be illegal motion against Patrician. So a procedure call against Patrician will back them up 5 yards. So it'll be now second down and a long, or rather a short 11. A short 11 for Patrician. The ball moved back all the way to the Cougar 47-yard line. Clock stopped with the penalty. 4:01 to go first quarter. 6-0 Patrician leading the Cougars. There's the snap. Handoff's going to be to the fullback, battling for yardage. He's going to battle his way across the 45 down to about the 42-yard line. And that's going to bring up a third down and 5 for Patrician. So a stop needed here by the Cougars. Clock running, 3:36 to go here in the first quarter. Patrician, the Saints break the huddle. They've got a wide receiver set wide left. There's 28 on the carry. Missed tackle at the line of scrimmage. 28, Brandon Banks, makes his way around right in for enough for a first down as he moves the ball all the way down inside the 30, down to the Cougar 26-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10.
Hey, tell him to get a heel dip.
Patrician with a wide receiver split wide to the left. Two backs in the backfield, quarterback under center, H-back set wide to the right. Here they come. Oh, they miss another tackle. And finally, 28 is wrapped up and tackled. And he hit the ground pretty hard. Devin Kelly, number 5 on the tackle for EA. Second down and 9. 28, Brandon Banks on the carry for Patrician. And he got his bell rung a little bit, just the way he fell backwards, and that head bounced off the turf pretty hard. 1 on the carry. At right tackle. That play is going to gain about 5 yards. It'll be third down and a long 4 now. The ball spotted down at the 20-yard line of Escambia Academy. Cougars looking for a stop here defensively. So it's going to be a third down and 4. They've got to get down to about the 16-yard line for a first down. Man coming in motion. Handoff is going to be straight up the middle. I don't believe he's, well, yeah, now they are going to mark it down as a first down. As that play needed 4 yards, he gained about 6. Ball is going to be now inside the 15-yard line, spotted down on the 14, where it'll be first down and 10, Patrician Academy. As they move the ball down the field on the legs of this running attack that they have, that is really, really potent. Man in motion, that's number 5. Quarterback is going to keep it. He's rolling around right in. He's got some traffic leading the way around there. That's going to be number 5, Brett Criswell. Criswell on the carry. And he gains 7 yards on first down. It'll be second down and 3. Patrician, you can just tell by the way they run this offense. Handoff is going to be to 1. Let's see if they get first down yardage. They do not, as the ball's going to be marked short. It's going to be about 1.5 yards short of the first down. We'll call it a short 2. So it'll be third down and 2 for Patrician. 3rd down and 2. There's the snap. The little inside handoff is going to score a touchdown. So Brett Criswell on the carry, number five, I believe, is who had it. And that's going to be a touchdown for Patrician as time ran out here in the first quarter. So with no time left on the clock, 12-0 the score, and Patrician's going to go for 2. The point after touchdown is good, so now with no time left, the end of the first quarter, Patrician with a 14-0 lead. We'll take a break and come back. The score, Patrician Academy 14, Escambia Academy nothing. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Juniper Creek Lumber is a family-owned and operated sawmill operation with locations in Uri, Alabama, and Bluffstown, Florida. Juniper Creek Lumber specializes in turning storm recovery logs into custom-cut lumber use in a variety of building projects. We have longleaf pine, juniper, white cedar, cypress, and hardwood. And who wouldn't love authentic heart pine beams or new heartwood flooring custom cut to your need and specification? Check us out on Facebook or call Greg Fralick at 251-254-0414 or Cooper Dean at 251-362-8100. That's Greg Fralick at 251-254-0414 or Cooper Dean at 251-362-8100 for Juniper Creek Lumber, Southern Best.
Welcome back as we get set to start the second quarter of tonight's ball game between the Escambia Academy Cougars and the Patrician Academy Saints. Saints leading in the ball game after one quarter, 14-0. Cougars are set to get the ball back here to begin the second quarter. There's a high end-over-end kick going to be fielded by comes out across the 40. That looks like it's number 5, Devin Kelly, on the return. So number 5, Devin Kelly, picks up that football, and it comes out across the 40-yard line to the 41. And it looks like we've got an updated roster coming our way from, okay, we do have one. We've got a 2022 varsity football roster for Patrician Academy. So we'll be able to get names on the airwaves here for them. Christian Crook on the carry on first down as he goes around right in. I actually think that play was originally designed to come around left in, but there was nothing there, so Christian just takes it and goes around left end. Play gains 9 yards. Ball will be just across the 50-yard line into Patrician territory. It'll be second down and a short one for the Cougars. Cougars still in the shotgun. Wide receivers to the right side. That's trips to that side. That play's going to lose a yard or so as Christian Crook tries to go right behind the center. And that play stalemated. Play loses about a half yard. It's going to remain third down and 11. It's just more of third down and a realistic 11. Jacob Lee from the shotgun looking to throw. He's going to be wrapped up and thrown for a loss. No blocking up front on that play for the Cougars, as people just made their way. They knew that the Cougars were having to throw the football, so those defensive linemen were just able to pin their ears back and take off. Play loses all the way back to near the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down and 10 now, and the Cougars are going to have to punt the football back to Patrician. There's the snap. Good snap. Jacob Lee going to kick the ball up. High kick. It's going to be short, but it takes a Cougar bounce and is going to finally roll down and be downed inside the 30-yard line at the 26, where it'll be 1st down and 10 there for Patrician. So the Saints will have the ball 1st down and 10. They lead in the ball game by a score of 14-0. And hopefully now we've got a better outlook on who we've got on the field for the Saints as we have an updated roster. Wide receiver split wide to the left. Handoff is going to be a little underneath handoff to number 5. Battling for yardage, going to gain enough for a 1st down. And that's going to be Augustus Lewis, number 5, on the carry. So the Saints pick up a 1st down on 1st down as that play gains about 12 yards. So it'll be 1st down and 10, the ball out across the 35 to the 37. Quarterback looking to throw. He's got a man wide open, but he overthrows him. That's one of very few passes that you'll see this offense throw. I think somebody told me pregame that they had only thrown about 6 passes all year long. That may be one of the reasons why they don't throw right there. Of course, when you run the ball the way they do, you really don't have to. You don't have to throw it. 2nd down and 10. You really slip one of those passes in there just to keep your defenders honest. And hopefully you can, just like on that situation, you can find the guy wide open and hit him. Handoff is going to be to 28. He's following blockers. He breaks into the free, and he's going to go. I don't think anybody's going to catch him, even though the diving attempt right there toward the end of the run. But that's going to be number 28, Cecil Perry, on the carry. And he takes the ball the distance as they run off left tackle. And that goes for about 62 yards for a touchdown. 8:47 to go here in the 1st half. The score, Patrician 20. Escambia Academy nothing. There's the point after touchdown attempt. And it is going to be no good. And so with 8:47 to go here in the 1st half, the score, Patrician 20, Escambia Academy nothing. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore. You may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Here's some good policy from your local agent and Auto Owners Insurance. When your insurance policy comes from us, it comes with something extra, a real person. Don't buy from an insurance company with an 800 number and a voicemail menu. Auto Owners Insurance operates exclusively through local independent agencies here to help you 24/7. Now that's good policy.
This is Larry White Insurance Agency at 430 Palafox Street in Fulmerton, or call 296-2471. Why buy at Johnson Ford? We put our customers' wants and needs first. We respect your time and offer a stress-free approach to selling cars. This is reflected in our winning Ford President's Award 5 years consecutively. From sales to service, we do everything we can to achieve the highest level of customer service. We are proud to be the premier Ford dealership in this area. We invite you to come by and see us at 1828 South Main Street in Atmore to experience the no-hack, best price, worst way of doing business. Stop by and see Jim Johnson and the staff or give them a call, 251-368-2135.
Penalty flag on the play on the kick as it goes out of bounds far side. And looks like the Cougars are going to take it. I believe the ball will be spotted at the 40 with the penalty. Actually, what they're going to do is they're going to mark it where it went out of bounds, and then they, where it went out of bounds from that point, they go 5 yards forward for illegal procedure, punting the ball or kicking the ball out of bounds. So that's where the Cougars will have it first down and 10. In Cougar territory, the ball spotted at the 43-yard line. Jacob Lee, the quarterback from the shotgun. Handoff is going to be to number 3. That's going to be Christian Crook. Crook looking for running room far side. See where he does get positive yardage. Looks like they're going to spot him across the 45 at the 47-yard line. So it'll be second down and 6 now for the Cougars as the play on first down picks up 4 yards. And I got to say this because I'm just an observer, a casual observer, but I really like the Cougar offense. I liked it better last week, and I hadn't seen it yet this week, but I really like us out of the I formation. I know this is obviously just some little wrinkle that we're trying to put in, but I just believe we move the ball better out of the I. Here comes Devin Kelly, number 5. He's going to be run out of bounds. As a matter of fact, that play goes for no gain. It'll be third down and 6. They actually may give him a loss of about 6 inches or so. A loss of a yard. So third down and 7. Because when the Cougars have moved the ball offensively, throwing the football, it's been remarkably better out of the I, where Jacob Lee is able to operate off of play-action type passes. Cougars are going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. With 8:26 to go here in the first half, the score, Patrician Academy 20, Escambia Academy nothing. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Diamond Gasoline Stations with locations all over South Alabama and Northwest Florida. Wish all the local teams in the area good luck this football season. Thank you for making Diamond Gasoline your choice for quality fuels and convenience items. Diamond Gas is proud to support this broadcast and be a part of the community. And remember, fill your tank and save your green at Diamond Gasoline. Whether selling or buying home, lots, land, or commercial properties in both Alabama and Florida, you need to see the fine folks at Southern Real Estate. Debbie Rowell, owner and broker, and agent David Dobson are ready to assist you with any real estate needs. Located at 800 East Nashville Avenue in Atmore and at southernrealestate.org on the web, they are just a phone call away at 251-368-4397. Choosing the right realtor makes all of the difference. See Southern Real Estate.
Welcome back. Jacob Lee tries a slant pattern to a would-be receiver. Ball's thrown low and is not caught. That'll bring up fourth down and 7, so the Cougars are going to have to punt the football. And so Patrician will get the ball back on offense, leading by a score of 20-0. There's the snap, low snap, but Jacob Lee having to act like a baseball player there and picks up that low snap and is able to get the punt away. Punt's going to be downed after the fair catch. So it'll be first down and 10 for Patrician from their own 23-yard line. And the Cougar defense will come back on the field, and they got to hurry up. They're kind of meandering out there toward the football, and Patrician with the lead. They've already broke the huddle and at the line of scrimmage. Quarterback back to throw, going to get flushed out of the pocket, steps up. Finally, he gets stopped. Patrician with a 20-0 lead. They're just showing you some stuff here that they want people to see on film. Because I think based on everything that I've heard about them prior to this game tonight and everything that they've showed during the first 2 quarters, quarter and a half of this ball game, they don't want to throw it. They want to run the football. But every now and then they're going to show you a throw in order to keep that defense honest. Handoff is going to be straight up the middle, running play. Breaking through the middle. He's going to outrun everybody unless somebody catches him from behind. Some of the Cougars have an angle on him. They do get him stopped. But on the carry is number 1, Carson Cootie. So Carson breaks off a big run there, straight up the middle. And he gets stopped down at the 6-yard line of the Cougars. It's going to be 1st and goal there. The clock still running with 7:10 to go here in the first half. 20-0 the score. 1st and goal from the 6. Patrician with the football. Handoff is going to be again to the first back through. No signal of a score. So it is going to be 2nd down and goal now. Clock still running now, 6:35 to go first half. Patrician with the football. So the ball is spotted inside the 5 down at the 2-yard line, where it's 2nd and goal for Patrician. There's the snap. Handoff is going to be to the back. He's in the end zone for a touchdown. And that's going to run the score to 26-0 now. Patrician Academy with the lead over Escambia Academy with 6:10 remaining here in the first half. So this Patrician Academy football team, they're undefeated, and you can see why. As they are a very, very good football team, well coached. There's the point after touchdown. It's going to be up and good. So that's going to run the score to 27-0, and we'll take a break. We'll come back. The score, Patrician Academy 27, Escambia Academy nothing. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Good evening. This is Craig Albritton, your state senator. It's great to be back under the lights of Friday night football. It's been a long time since I was a player under these same lights, but I haven't forgotten the hard work, determination, and teamwork it takes to finish the game with a victory. As your senator, I use these same principles in Montgomery as we compete with other areas of the state for the resources we need. It is my job to see that Escambia County comes out a winner.
Atmore Auto Parts, located at 105 North 2nd Avenue in Atmore, is your local Napa dealer, specializing in automotive parts, farm and agricultural parts, ATV and heavy-duty parts, marine and hydraulic hoses. Atmore Auto Parts is open Monday through Friday from 7 to 5 and on Saturdays 7 to 12. No one knows parts better than the folks at Atmore Auto Parts. So for your next project, call Atmore Auto Parts at 251-368-2148.
Welcome back. 27-0 the score. Patrician Academy over Escambia Academy here in the first half of this ball game. 6 minutes, 10 seconds left to go here in the first half. Escambia Academy fixing to get the kickoff from Patrician. In other games around the area tonight, of course, this is our game here that we've got. In other games here locally, Bayside Academy taking on Escambia County in Atmore, the Blue Devils and the and Bayside playing tonight. Flomaton is in Mobile at Mobile Christian tonight. T.R. Miller is in Mobile County at Satsuma. And Thomasville is in Escambia County, Alabama. They're over at W.S. Neal. And, of course, Neal, we kind of keep up with them and what they're doing because former coach of the Escambia Academy Cougars, Hugh Fountain, is now the head coach for the Neal Blue Eagles. So we'll try to pass you those scores along. If we don't get a chance to give them to you during this ball game, don't forget to tune in to Paul McVeigh at after the game, as he will have the scoreboard show, the WPFL 105.1 scoreboard show. That'll be on our sister station, and that comes up immediately following the Flomaton football broadcast that will be taking place on that station. Jacob Lee breaks them out of the huddle. He's at quarterback. There's a toss out to number 12 for the Cougars. Little spot pass out to number 12, Cameron Ball, one of the seniors on this football team. That play fails to gain. So it's going to be a 2nd down and 10 as the Patrician Saints do a good job there defending that play. 2nd down and 10, clock still running with 5:35 to go in the first half. 27-0 the score, Patrician in the lead. Jacob Lee remaining in the shotgun, 2 backs in the backfield with him, slot receivers to the right, now a man in motion. Whistle, and it's going to be a delay of game. A 5-yard penalty against the Cougars will back them up. So now it'll be 2nd down and 15. The ball moved all the way back inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. And with the penalty, the clock is stopped at 5:19 to go here in the first half. Slot receivers to the right, wide receiver set wide to the left. Jacob Lee looking to throw, throws high. So that pass is incomplete. Pass intended for S.T. Clark on the far sideline. So that'll bring up a 3rd down now, 3rd down and 15. Jacob Lee from the shotgun. Slot receivers to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left. Handoff is going to be, no, Jacob Lee. Actually, that's going to be number 5 on the carry. As Devin, number 5, Devin Kelly, on the carry for the Cougars. Good job there on the fake and finally getting the ball in the hands of Kelly, who takes the ball for a 1st down. Play gains a little more than 15 yards. It'll be 1st down and 10 Cougars from the 40-yard line of the Patrician Saints. Man in motion. Here comes Cameron Ball. Cameron Ball is going to be spun around. No flag. It looked like it was going to be a face mask. So Cameron Ball, the ball carrier. And I certainly thought we were going to get a face mask on that, but evidently not. And with all that running around, the play fails to gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Cameron looked like he ran about 50 yards right there and gained nothing. Second down and 10 Cougars. Ball spotted at the Patrician 40-yard line. Cougars remaining in the shotgun formation. Wide receivers a slot to the right. Wide receiver set to the left. Lee looking to throw. He's having to run the wrong way. Now He ought to be able to throw it down the field. Got a man open, overthrows him. Penalty flag on the play. Not sure what that's going to be, but that play took so long, it would almost make a guarantee of holding somewhere along the way because, nope, actually roughing the passer is going to be the call. So Jacob Lee got smoked after he turned the ball loose, and the Cougars are going to get the benefit of a 15-yard roughing the passer penalty. And that's going to move us all the way down. I surely thought, because I was looking downfield to see who the ball was intended to, I certainly thought when I looked back and saw the flag that we were going to be guilty of a hold because that play took a long time to develop. But first down and 10 Cougars, the ball inside the 25 at the 24 of Patrician. Jacob Lee takes the snap, going to throw it out quickly to number 5, Devin Kelly. Kelly makes a move, makes a man miss, and finally gets knocked out of bounds. And that's going to be a penalty is going to be marked off against the Cougars. It's going to be a 10-yard holding call. So we don't get the holding call on the previous play, but we get it on this one. So the ball comes all the way back to the 35-yard line, and it'll be first down and 20 for the Cougars. There's the snap. Jacob Lee looking downfield. Now going to be flushed out of the pocket. He's got a lot of room, but looking downfield, nobody open. He could have probably gained 10 more yards if he'd have just cupped it up and took off running. One of the problems right there that Jacob Lee has being a left-handed quarterback is that's the hardest throw for him to make, is rolling to his right, trying to throw because he's got to stop and turn his shoulders and throw back across his body. If he's rolling, if he's going to roll, if he rolls left, that's an easier throw for a left-handed quarterback. From the I formation, number 3, Christian Crook on the carry. And Crook is going to lose yardage. The ball comes all the way out to the 40-yard line, all the way back. And so the clock's still rolling with 2:05 to go here in the first half. And the Cougars just struggling to move the ball at all offensively. Third down and a bunch. That's a long distance call from the third down marker to the first down. Jacob Lee underneath center now. I formation behind him. There's the snap. Going to be a little tall sweep. Christian Crook looking to throw. Now going to be flushed. Looking to pick up a block. Going to make his way back up. He's using his speed. Still on his feet. Still on his feet, got a first down, and finally run out of bounds far side with no flags. That's going to be a good play for the Cougars. So Christian Crook turns on the speed and is able to get the ball down the field. He's going to be spotted down inside the 10 or right at the 10-yard line. So it's going to be first down and goal from the 10-yard line for the Cougars. So for the first time tonight, they get the ball close where they can kind of smell some end zone inside the red zone. From the I formation, Jacob Lee takes the snap. Pitch is going to be back to number 2. That's going to be Ty McCants. And McCants is going to be wrapped up and thrown out of bounds, as that ball is well defended by Patrician Academy. Play's going to lose looks like about 4 yards. And it'll be second down and 14. Clock inside a minute, 57, 56, 55 seconds to go here in the first half. 44, 43, 42 seconds to go in the first half. Jacob Lee looking over the defense from the I formation. Devin Kelly changes his hands with the football. He's finally going to get drugged down as he comes around left end. Clock is stopped with 27.5 seconds to go here in the first half. Timeout is called on the field, and we'll stay here with them as the Cougars just having trouble moving the ball offensively. It's going to be a 3rd down and goal. The ball spotted what appears to be at about the 13-yard line. So on this senior night for the Cougars, they find themselves trailing at the moment by a score of 27-0. The bad part about that is that Patrician gets the football to start the second half. So if Patrician can hold right here, then after halftime, they'll get the football to start the second half. Cougar offense goes back out on the field. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 13-yard line. Jacob Lee from the shotgun. Christian Crook in the backfield with him. Devin Kelly and S.T. Clark's going to be flanked out to the left in the slot formation. Wide receiver set far right. Lee looking to throw. He's going to find the man in the end zone, and it is going to be a touchdown. A good throw and catch as number 1, Jacob Lee, finds number 22, S.T. Clark, in the corner of the end zone for a touchdown for the Cougars. And so with 19.5 seconds to go here in the first half, the score is Patrician 27 and EA 6. Point after touchdown coming. And Jacob Lee is going to be in for the point after. There's the snap. High snap gets placed down. Kick is up. Kick is good. And so with 19.5 seconds to go here in the first half, the score is going to be Patrician Academy 27. I'm just watching the scoreboard go through all its stuff because it is actually, we were putting up things on the wrong side, but we got that corrected. Anyway, 19.5 seconds to go. Patrician Academy 27, Escambia Academy 7. And the Cougars are going to kick the football off to Patrician, so they'll have a chance to run one back here or either maybe run a play on offense. Of course, the thing that's most important here for the Cougars kickoff team is just to stay in your lanes and go down and make a tackle. So the Cougars get on the scoreboard. It was really a pretty good-looking pass play there from Jacob Lee to find S.T. Clark in the corner of the end zone. And that had to be the offensively, that's the play of the game so far for the Cougars. That's probably the best-looking play we've run all night. There's a little short end-over-end kick. It's going to hit on the ground, going to bounce around like a basketball, finally be picked up. And they finally get the back down, and the clock gets stopped with 11.2 seconds to go here in the first half. So about time for one play as the ball comes out across the 31 or across the 30, going to be spotted down at about the 32-yard line of the Patrician Saints. They do split a wide receiver out wide to the left. Wing T offense. They pump. Now they're going to throw it up. Got a man open, and he catches the football. Let's see if anybody's going to be able to make the tackle. They do. And let's see, it looks like they're going to get the stop with 0.2 seconds to go. They ran a little stop and go to the one wide receiver out there, and it was a perfectly thrown football as they pumped it on the stop, and then he just took off. The quarterback laid it up, and he was able to make the catch as he beat the cornerback to that side. And that play gains all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And timeout is going to be called on the field. So we've got one more play left. That is with the exception of a defensive penalty. So 27-7 score. 0.2 seconds left to go first half. Patrician Saints over Escambia Academy. And the Saints are really looking like in the first half of this football game, they look like a team that's 7-0. They're really a good football team. And they play well on both sides of the football. Great defense, and they can really run the ball on offense. Don't throw it that much. Quarterback under center. There's the snap. Fake's going to be a play-action pass. Looking, throwing, incomplete, and that's going to end the first half of play. So with the first half in the books, the score, Patrician 27, EA 7. We'll take a break and come back. And let's take about a, Mr. Larry, let's take about a 3-minute break, and then we'll come back. You're listening to Escambia Academy Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore. You may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Every neighborhood is different. Every home unique. But one thing is for sure. Everywhere you go, you'll find people who take pride in their homes. Indoors, outdoors, they're always working on something. At your local ACE, we're proud to play our part in the communities we serve. And we want you to know that whatever projects you're planning, whether they're big or small, we'll be there. Have a question? Come in and ask. Our associates will be glad to help. They'll show you everything you'll need to get started. Give you friendly tips and expert advice on getting great results. Helpful ways to help you save time and money. Painting a room a new color. Getting the lawn just right. From changing a porch light to hanging pictures on the wall. If you need help, your local ACE is just minutes away. Stop by today. ACE, the helpful place.
See Bondurant Lumber and Hardware with locations in Bruton, Century, and Atmore.
Juniper Creek Lumber is a family-owned and operated sawmill operation with locations in Uri, Alabama, and Bluntstown, Florida. Juniper Creek Lumber specializes in turning storm recovery logs into custom-cut lumber for use in a variety of building projects. We have longleaf pine, juniper, white cedar, cypress, and hardwood. And who wouldn't love authentic heart pine beams or new heartwood flooring custom cut to your need and specification? Check us out on Facebook or call Greg Fralick at 251-254-0414 or Cooper Dean at 251-362-8100. That's Greg Fralick at 251-254-0414 or Cooper Dean at 251-362-8100. For Juniper Creek Lumber, Southern Best.
No visit to Atmore is complete until you've experienced Gather. The Gather restaurant, located at 111 West Nashville Avenue in Atmore, has become the premier location for an incredible dining experience. From delectable appetizers and perfectly seasoned steaks to scrumptious dessert choices, your mouth is sure to water just thinking about your next trip to Gather. Great food, incredible service, and an authentic Southern charm will have you coming back again and again.
That was early.
Open Saturday from 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. The Gather Restaurant is a proud sponsor of Escambia Academy Cougar Athletics.
0-0.
The Heat Sports Grill and 30 Below Ice Cream, located at 110 North Main Street in Atmore, invite you in. From appetizers and sides to their famous bone-in or boneless chicken wings, or one of their fan favorites, delicious burgers, sandwiches, or hot dogs. And don't forget to leave room for dessert. The Heat Sports Grill has Wing Wednesdays, $1 bone-in from 5 to 8, and college football Saturdays, it's $1 bone-in all day. They open 11 a.m. Monday through Saturday. You can call ahead, 251-308-4238, or order online. The Heat Sports Grill and 30 Below Ice Cream, 110 North Main, Atmore.
And welcome back as we continue here at halftime. Escambia Academy Cougars and the Patrician Academy Saints. The Saints on top of the Cougars at the half, 27-7. Looking at scores from around the area, other local interest scores, and of course these are not sure how accurate these are at the moment. They were earlier in the evening, but we do have some scores to pass along to you. Early in the game in the first quarter, Escambia County, the Blue Devils, actually, hang on, I may have just gotten an updated version of these. Thanks, Rick. Okay, so looking at scores from around the area, Bayside Academy in the second quarter leads Escambia Academy, Bayside Academy leads Escambia County, the Blue Devils, by a score of 24-15, that game in the second quarter. Of course, our game, Patrician Academy 27, Escambia Academy 7, that game at the half. Northview, Florida 7, Jay Florida nothing, that game still in the first quarter. Mobile Christian 14, Flomaton nothing, that game in the second quarter. Thomasville 7, W.S. Neal nothing in the first quarter. Excel 21, Hillcrest Evergreen 6, that game getting close to halftime. T.R. Miller beating Satsuma by a score of 28-0, that game in the second quarter. It's Orange Beach 22, Wilcox Central nothing. Baldwin County 12, Murphy 7, that game in the second quarter. Clark Prep and Pickens Academy are knotted up at 0, that game in the first half. Jackson Academy nothing, Banks Academy nothing, that game still knotted up in the first half. Monroe County nothing, Cottage Hill nothing, that game is a first quarter score, so it's probably progressed from there. In other first quarter scores that I've got, J.F. Shields nothing, Southern Choctaw nothing, and Morgan Academy nothing, and Monroe Academy nothing. And in the lone game that we have last night is Jackson beat St. Michael's Catholic 28-6, that game in a big game that was held last night. So those are just some area scores from around this part of the country. If you're interested in all the scores from actually around the entire state of Alabama, tune in to Paul McVeigh with the post-game scoreboard show. That'll be on WPFL in Flomaton. You find them on the radio dial 105.1. That's WPFL Flomaton, and they'll have they will have a scoreboard show coming up just as soon as that Flomaton game is over with, and Flomaton is trailing at this point, trailing Mobile Christian by a score. Let's see, where did that score go? Mobile Christian 14, Flomaton nothing. And so that's the game that's going on over there on that side of the radio. So as we continue going forward here tonight, of course, a lot of things happening in the area. Of course, the Braves were playing earlier, and I got depressed listening to them because the last score I had, the Phillies were beating the Braves in game 3 of the National League Division Series. It was the Phillies 9, the Braves 1. They just didn't look very good. The Braves just was the Braves couldn't hit the baseball, and the Phillies were. They were having to break up fights at the Phillies bat rack because there were people fighting over bats trying to get up there and swing against the Braves pitching. But anyway, that happens sometimes in the game. That game will looks like the way it would end is that the Phillies would be up 2-1 with a game to go tomorrow. And, of course, it's a 5-game series, so the Braves are in a must-win situation now. They got to win 2 in a row in order to advance and possibly go to the National League Championship Series. So we'll see how that turns out. And I'm sorry, I've always been a Braves fan. I just don't like the Phillies. And really just – anyway, that's another story. We won't get into all that. But anyway, go Braves, as I will pull for them again tomorrow. Of course, college football, a lot of stuff happening here in the state of Alabama. I know University of South Alabama, they've got their homecoming game tomorrow night. That game will also be televised on the NFL Network. Auburn and Alabama both play tomorrow. Auburn's got an early game. I believe that's an 11 o'clock kickoff from over at the University of Mississippi, as they will be taking on the Ole Miss Rebels. And the game between Alabama, of course, tomorrow being the third Saturday of October, that's going to be up in Knoxville, Tennessee. Alabama and Tennessee will play tomorrow. So a lot of big high school or big college games going on tomorrow, following a big night of high school football here in the area tonight. As we're in the short rows now, we're getting down close to the end, as we're in week 7 of high school football here in this area. And of course, the Cougars will play tonight, and then they'll have 2 road games to finish the season out. Of course, it's not yet quite determined on whether or not the Cougars are going to qualify for a playoff berth, but they could very well qualify for a playoff berth if things continue and just work out the way they need to. So we'll keep you updated on that as we continue to move forward with this football season here in the year 2022. And I'll tell you what we'll do. We're about 5 minutes or so away from the teams coming back out for the second half, so we'll take a break and come back with more as we continue on this Friday night. The score at the half is Patrician Academy 27, Escambia Academy 7. We'll take a break and come back. Let's take another about 3 minutes worth of break time, and we'll come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Diamond Gasoline Station, locations all over South Alabama and Northwest Florida, wish all the local teams in the area good luck this football season. Thank you for making Diamond Gasoline your choice for quality fuels and convenience items. Diamond Gasoline is proud to support this broadcast and be a part of the community. And remember, fill your tank and save your green at Diamond Gasoline. Whether selling or buying home lots, land, or commercial properties in both Alabama and Florida, you need to see the fine folks at Southern Real Estate. Debbie Rowell, owner and broker, and agent David Dobson are ready to assist you with any real estate needs. Located at 800 East Nashville Avenue in Atmore and at southernrealestate.org on the web, they are just a phone call away at 251-368-4397. Choosing the right realtor makes all of the difference. See Southern Real Estate.
Good evening. This is Craig Albritton, your state senator. It's great to be back under the lights of Friday night football. It's been a long time since I was a player under these same lights, but I haven't forgotten the hard work, determination, and teamwork it takes to finish the game with a victory. As your senator, I use these same principles in Montgomery as we compete with other areas of the state for the resources we need. It is my job to see that Escambia County comes out a winner.
Atmore Auto Parts, 5 North 2nd Avenue in Atmore, is your local Napa dealer, specializing in automotive parts, farm and agricultural parts, ATV and heavy-duty parts, hoses. Atmore Auto Parts is open Monday through Friday from 7 to 5 and on Saturdays 7 to 12. No one knows parts better than the folks at Atmore Auto Parts. So for your next project, call Atmore Auto Parts at 251-368-2148.
Every neighborhood is different. Every home unique. But one thing is for sure. Everywhere you go, you'll find people who take pride in their homes. Indoors, outdoors, they're always working on something. At your local ACE, we're proud to play our part in the communities we serve. And we want you to know that whatever projects you're planning, whether they're big or small, we'll be there. Have a question? Come in and ask. Our associates will be glad to help. They'll show you everything you'll need to get started. Give you friendly tips and expert advice in getting great results. Helpful ways to help you save time and money. Painting a room a new color. Getting the lawn just right. From changing porch light to hanging pictures on the wall. If you need help, your local ACE is just minutes away. Stop by today. ACE, the helpful place.
See Bondurant Lumber and Hardware with locations in Bruton, Century, and Atmore.
Welcome back as both teams come out on the field and get set to start this second half of this football game tonight. Other scores that we are getting from around the area to let you kind of know what's going on. According to this on AL.com, after going a quarter and a half without a first down, Mary G. Montgomery leads Daphne by a score of 14-3 in Sims just before the half. The Mary G. Montgomery Vikings are trying to make the playoffs for the first time in 20 years in Coach Jack Golson's first year as the head coach there. So that's a big game going on over there in Sims, Alabama. Mary G. Montgomery 14-3 over Daphne, so that's kind of a surprise. In other scores from around the area, UMS Wright, and I say from around the area, schools that we've all heard of and kind of follow if you watch any of the scoreboard shows on the late night news TV channels and stuff from Mobile. UMS Wright 35, Centronale nothing, and of course for folks that know or may not know, the head coach of Centronale is Coach Jason Barnett, who is from Atmore. He coaches over at Centronale. So Centronale having a hard time. Of course, everybody has a hard time with UMS Wright. Centronale trailing by a score of 35-0 in that ball game. In other games from around close by that we may know folks from, Fairhope 24, Alma Bryant 7. That game that game's at halftime as well. In other games, St. Paul 7, Blunt 6. That game's at the half. Andalusia 29, Booker T. Washington nothing. That game's at the half as well. And just looking through, scanning some scores just to see if I can pass anything along to you that you may be interested in. At the half, T.R. Miller 28, Satsuma nothing. And, of course, with a win, T.R. Miller can clinch Class 4A Region 1. They can clinch that Region 1 title tonight. And that looks like, another score of interest. Faith Academy 20, Williamson nothing. That game at the half as well. So some good games out there tonight. All the scores that are of interest to us in this area can be heard after the ball game if you'll tune in to 105.1 WPFL in Flomaton. Paul McVeigh will have the scoreboard show, and I usually call in there and give him a little update on the games that I do on the radio and on Facebook and YouTube as well. So you may hear my voice on there after the ball game also. But all the scores, Paul does a good job of that scoreboard show, and he'll be a good one to listen to if you want to catch up on scores around the area. So the refereeing crew is back out on the field, and both teams have returned to their respective sidelines, and we're fixing to get this thing started for the second half. Of course, the Cougars will be kicking the ball to the Saints of Patrician Academy. Patrician will get the ball first. And there's a whistle as the refereeing crew, not sure where this crew came out of tonight. But to be honest with you, they've really done a good job on the field. This game has been one of the better officiated games that I've seen all year, actually. And I mean, I'm not a critic by any means because I used to and still do some things, still do some baseball and stuff like that as an official. But this has really been a well officiated game, and you can tell that this crew, they're on their P's and Q's. They know what's up, and it's been well officiated, and really nothing questionable at all that we've had anything to complain about. Which I mean, when you're 7 games into the year, that's what's expected of the officiating crews, because they get better as the games are played, just like the kids do. So EA, the Cougars, they're going to tee the ball up at the 40, and they're going to kick it to the Patrician Saints to start the second half here. 27-7 the score, Patrician with the lead, and they're going to have the football first here to start the second half. There's the kick, little short pooch kick. It's going to be bobbled and then fielded by a lineman there, or one of the up men for the kickoff return team there for Patrician Academy. And it was handled actually by number 33. So it'll be 1st and 10 Saints from their own 39-yard line. 33 was Remington Thale. There's a run right up the middle for good yardage. On the carry for Patrician is number 1, Carson Cootie. So that'll be a first down for Patrician now in Cougar territory. So the ball inside Cougar territory at the 38-yard line. Handoff is going to be to number 28 around left end. He's got running room. He's got a convoy. Puts his head down. It's going to be inside the 10-yard line. So 28 is going to be Cecil Perry on the carry. That's going to be a first down. No flags. Clock is going to continue to run. 10:59, 10:58 seconds to go here in the third quarter. One thing that Patrician can do, they can run the football. As a matter of fact, that was one of the things that Coach Billups covered during his pregame interview, is that in order to stop the Saints, you got to be able to stop the run. Ball's fumbled on the ground. Quarterback picks it up. So somebody's helmet comes off there for the Cougars, so he's going to have to come to the sidelines for one play. Clock continues to run. 10 minutes, 21 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Second down and goal now for Patrician. Ball looks like it's down at about the 2-yard line. Handoff is going to be to number 1. That's going to be Carson Cootie. Cootie takes it into the end zone for another Saints touchdown. So with 10:05 to go here in the third quarter, the score, Patrician 33 and Escambia Academy 7. The point after touchdown coming. One thing about it, this Patrician team, they can run the football, and they've been doing that all night very successfully. There's the point after, and it's going to be no good. So the score 33-7, the Escambia Academy Cougars, they have their backs up against the wall in this one. Of course, it's not really a must-win here for the Cougars, even though you want to try to win all of them, you can, that's for sure. But it would have been nice, but tough going. You know you're playing a good team when they come in here undefeated and highly ranked in AISA. And, of course, the way the teams are ranked AISA-wise, they're not ranked by 1A, 2A, 3A. They're thrown all together there. And if I remember correctly, I believe Patrician may be number 2. Maybe the number 2 ranked team out of all of them. I think Jackson is around number 3. And I'll try to figure that out for you. I don't want to be spreading misinformation. There's a short kick. It's going to be handled by one of the Cougars up men. Actually, number 21, Tim Dorr. Little Timmy made the play for the Cougars. Did a good job there because he was in a bad spot. He could have very easily gotten smoked right there because I don't think he didn't really have time to call for a fair catch. He just had to catch it. First down and 10, the ball in Cougar territory at about the 47-yard line. Jacob Lee from the shotgun going to throw out to the near side. That's going to be number 22, S.T. Clark, as he catches the spot pass, makes his way across midfield. It's going to be a gain of 4 yards. Second down and 6 now for the Cougars as they get the ball into Patrician territory. And Escambia Academy's almost in a position now to where you just got to just about throw the ball every down. Down 33-7. Down by 26. Jacob Lee breaks them out of the huddle from the shotgun. Backs flanked to either side of him. Got a wide receiver far side and near. Looking to throw, and he's going to throw it into the ground. Had a man open. Had a man open on the slant, but the ball was low and uncatchable. So it'll be second down now, or actually third down. Third down and 6. Cougars break the huddle. Wide receivers wide to both sides. Backs flanking each side of the quarterback, Jacob Lee, who's in the shotgun. Takes the snap looking. Now he's going to pull it down and throw. Now he takes it, and he's going to throw it into the hands of 28. And so that's going to be an interception. So that's going to be interception by number 28, Cecil Perry. And that'll give the ball back to the Patrician Saints. The rear nose of the football spotted at the 25-yard line. Saints with the football in the lead. Wide receiver wide to the left. Handoff is going to be, no, he fakes it. Now going to throw. Got a man open. That's going to be, looks like 22. Missed tackle. Another missed tackle. Touchdown Saints. It looked like that was number 22, Jay Lindsay, on the reception. And the touchdown. So with those 6 points added to the 33, that makes the score 39-7. Now Patrician, as they're just having their way in the football game. Don't see this very often, but the Saints have a straight-on kicker. Boink. And he misses another one. Doesn't hit very many of them. But he's not one of those that lines up to the side in soccer styles that he's straight on. I remember back in the day, of course, we had a kicker back in the day. His name was Kippy Poe. Kippy's a good friend of mine. He was a lawyer, or he's a lawyer now. Graduated from the University of Alabama, and he used to have the old square toe shoe that kind of looked like something that the Frankenstein monster would wear, but boy, he could kick it. And he'd take a shoestring and tie his old toe up and take that square toe, and he was straight on. Boink, he'd kick it and could kick the fire out of it. You don't see them that often anymore because everybody goes with all this newfangled stuff. You know, they want to soccer style it and everything else. Of course, it's a good way to kick because that's the way everybody does it. 8:45 to go here in the in the third quarter, actually. 39-7 the score. There's a little short kick, going to be angled to the sideline, going to be fielded. Number 5, that's going to be Devin Kelly with the football, breaking tackles, battling his way to near midfield. Going to be stopped a little bit short there as he brings the ball all the way out to the Cougar 49-yard line. Actually, it looks like they're going to spot it at the 48. And it'll be first down and 10 Cougars there. So the Cougars on offense again, trailing by a bunch. Trailing by 32 points. 8:33 to go here in the third quarter. 39-7 the score. Jacob Lee, the quarterback, he breaks them out of the huddle. He's going to be in the shotgun. Wide receiver split wide to both sides. Actually a slot here to the left. Running play is going to be handed off to number 3, Christian Crook. And really aggressive play up front. And it's been that way all night long. These defensive linemen and linebackers for Patrician are real aggressive, and they come up hard and play the run. Play gains about a half yard. It's going to be second down and a long 9. And the Cougars are going to break the huddle again. Wide receivers wide to both sides. Now a slot to this side as Devin Kelly comes out here and sets up in the slot. Jacob Lee looking to throw, now pulls it down. He's rolling to his left. It's going to be hard for him to throw it. Going to stay on his feet, spins. Going to get enough for a first down. So a good job there by Jacob Lee. You know, what's unfortunate for Jacob is every time he rolls out of the pocket to look downfield to throw, he's rolling to his left. Or, I'm sorry, to his right. He's rolling to his right. And as a left-handed quarterback, that's the hardest throw for him to make unless he's got a guy out there in front of him. If he's trying to throw the ball down the field or over the middle, then he's got to rock around and get those shoulders square in order to be able to do that, and it's almost impossible. Now he's rolling the right way, especially for a left-handed quarterback. Now here he goes back the other way, looking, dodges a man, still dodges a man, and finally just throws it out of bounds, which was probably the smart thing to do. He was out of the tackle box, so no intentional grounding. And sometimes it's better just to get the ball out of your hands and live to play another down and not lose a lot of yardage. And we were all scared that that's exactly what was fixing to happen. Second down and 10 after the incompletion. Cougars in the huddle. With the incompletion, the clock stopped at 6:46 to go here in the third quarter. Slot receivers to the left. And looks like it's going to be a dead ball. Delay a game against the Cougars. Cougars just having a tough time getting the play in and getting out of the huddle and getting it run. Got to get up there and run it. 25-second clock's already rolling. Down to 8 seconds to go here on the play clock. Jacob Lee from the shotgun. Going to pitch it back to number 3. That's going to be Christian Crook. Crook looking for running room, and he's going to get pulled down as that play was blown up from the get-go. That play started ugly and got uglier as it went. Number 3, Christian Crook comes out of the ball game for the Cougars. Number 22, S.T. Clark goes in. The first down mark, from the down marker to the first down, that's in a different time zone. Jacob Lee looking to throw, finally hits a man in the flats. Looking to run, going to be dropped after he crosses the 50. Not even close to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a fourth down. So it ought to be fourth down and about 22 yards or so. And the Cougars are going to have to punt the football away. Clock running, 5:10 to go here in the third. There's the snap. They come after it, don't get it. Fair catch is going to be called for and completed. And the Saints are going to have the football when we come back. We'll take a break. The score, Patrician Academy 39, Escambia Academy 7. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore. You may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Here's some good policy from your local agent and Auto Owners Insurance. When your insurance policy comes from us, it comes with something extra, a real person. Don't buy from an insurance company with an 800 number and a voicemail menu. Auto Owners Insurance operates exclusively through local independent agencies here to help you 24/7. Now that's good policy.
This is Larry White Insurance Agency at 430 Palafox Street in Fulmerton, or call 296-2471. Why buy at Johnson Ford? We put our customers' wants and needs first. We respect your time and offer a stress-free approach to selling cars. This is reflected in our winning Ford President's Award 5 years consecutively. From sales to service, we do everything we can to achieve the highest level of customer service. We are proud to be the premier Ford dealership in this area. We invite you to come by and see us at 1828 South Main Street in Atmore to experience the no-hack, best price, worst way of doing business. Stop by and see Jim Johnson and the staff or give them a call, 251-368-2135.
Running back on the running play for Patrician after an incompleted pass on first down. They come back and hand off right up the middle to number 1, Carson Cootie. And Carson battles for yardage down inside Cougar territory. Makes it all the way down to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there for Patrician Academy, as they lead in the ballgame by a score of 39-7. The clock running with 4:10 to go here in the third quarter. Very good football team, Patrician. 7-0. There's a handoff coming around right in, looking for blocking, finally spinning. That's going to be 28 on the carry, Cecil Perry. So Perry at right in. .340 to go here in the third quarter. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Patrician. The ball down on about the 21-yard line of the Cougars. Clock still running, 3:20 to go in the ball game. Run that little misdirection. Got to follow the guards. You know, we've talked about that before when you watch this wing tee, is everything comes like it's coming right. But then the guards pull, and you can watch the guards. If you watch the play, you can watch the guards pull. They're going the opposite direction of the original direction of the football, and then a back is going that way, and they hand off to him, and he follows his guards. So as a linebacker or a defender, if you follow the guards, you'll find the football. The guards will lead you to the football. 2:36. Quarterback looking to throw, got a man open. He's wanting a flag but not going to get it. And like I say, this is a good officiating crew, and they know with the score 39-7, what's the point of throwing unnecessary flags. I know I've made the comment before in some of these games, when you get those unnecessary flags thrown late in the ball game, especially in a game that's kind of out of hand, usually the guy that throws that flag ends up buying everybody else supper on the way home. 2:23 to go here in the third quarter, 39-7 the score. Patrician with the football. There's the snap. Handoff is going to be that's going to be Carson Cootie. He's going to make it into the end zone for a touchdown, as he basically goes untouched from 18 yards out. 2:09 to go here in the third quarter, 45-7. the score as Patrician continues to just light the scoreboard up and doing it primarily on the ground. Point after touchdown coming. There's the snap. Ball's placed down. Kick is up. That looks like a good one, as he was able to get that old toe up underneath it and get it in the air. So the point after touchdown is good. The score 46-7. We'll take a break and come back. The Cougars trailing in the ball game. We'll be back. You're watching Escambia Academy Cougar football. You may be listening on WBZR 105.9 FM in Atmore. You could be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Diamond Gasoline stations with locations all over South Alabama and Northwest Florida wish all the local teams in the area good luck this football season. Thank you for making Diamond Gasoline your choice for quality fuels and convenience items. Diamond Gasoline is proud to support this broadcast and be a part of the community. And remember, fill your tank and save your green at Diamond Gasoline. Whether selling or buying home, lot, land, or commercial property in both Alabama and Florida, you need to see the fine folks at Southern Real Estate. Debbie Rowell, owner and broker, and agent David Dobson are ready to assist you with any real estate needs. Located at 800 East Nashville Avenue in Atmore and at southernrealestate.org on the web, they are just a phone call away at 251-368-4397. Choosing the right realtor makes all of the difference. See Southern Real Estate.
Welcome back as the Cougars have the football after the kickoff. Number 5, Devin Kelly, on the receiving end, brings the ball out to the 39-yard line of the Cougars. Looks like 2:03 left on the clock here in the third quarter. We're almost to the point. I'm kind of surprised that we're not seeing a running clock. There's a snap. Pitch is going to be back to the back in the backfield with Jacob Lee. That looked like number 2.
Call a timeout. Timeout. Austin over here sitting on the bench.
Timeout's going to be called by the Cougars. So timeout on the field, 1:22 remaining third quarter. And the Cougars will come near sideline and talk to Coach Billups and the coaching staff of the Cougars. And across the way, the Saints of Patrician Academy talking to their coaching staff. So don't forget about the scoreboard show going on. It'll be on WPFL 105.1 FM. Right after the ball game between Mobile Christian and Flomaton. Probably underway somewhere around 9:30, because this game in its own right is rolling right along. We're 8:41 now Central Time, and we're rolling along because both teams just are running the football. The Saints don't throw the ball very much. And the Cougars have been primarily a running team tonight. They've tried to throw it a little bit. They're trying to throw it now because they're down so far. Jacob Lee having to roll. And he's going to fumble the football, it looks like. White cap gets taken down. The white hat, as he got rocked. I'm not sure what the call is on that. It looked like a fumble, maybe recovered by the Cougars. I got interested in when I saw the white hat go down and lose his hat. I was trying to figure out how in the world it's going to be roughing, or actually, no, it's intentional grounding. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what that was, and I'm not sure he did either. He got rocked, so he backed up out of the way, and now Jacob Lee looking to throw. Got a man open, going to hit a man out of the backfield. Got running room, but going to be hit. That's going to be Ty McCants on the reception from Jacob Lee. Now 4th down and a bunch. Looks like it's about 16, 17 yards to go, 16 yards to go. Clock running inside a minute here in the third quarter. Cougars with the football. Patrician with the lead, 46-7. Cougars going to have to punt it away. Jacob Lee in the punting unit in. There's the snap. Good snap. He's going to boom it. That's a good kick. But it takes a Patrician roll and finally picked up as the ball just checked up and rolled back the other direction. And looked like number 21, Timmy Dorr, was able to pick it up and down it for the Cougars. So the Cougars defense will go out there. We'll keep it here until the end of the quarter. 13.1 seconds left. 46-7 the score. Patrician with the lead and the football. Tail of the football at the 35-yard line. Saints break the huddle. There's the snap. Handoff is going to be to the far side back, coming near side. That's going to be number 13 on the carry. So anyway, that's the end of the third quarter. We'll take a break and come back, and we'll bring you the end of this football game. The score at the end of 3, Patrician Academy 46, Escambia Academy 7. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Good evening. This is Craig Albritton, your state senator. It's great to be back under the lights of Friday night football. It's been a long time since I was a player under these same lights, but I haven't forgotten the hard work, determination, and teamwork it takes to finish the game with a victory. As your senator, I use these same principles in Montgomery as we compete with other areas of the state for the resources we need. It is my job to see that Escambia County comes out a winner.
Atmore Auto Parts, located at 105 North 2nd Avenue in Atmore, is your local Napa dealer, specializing in automotive parts, farm and agricultural parts, ATV and heavy-duty parts, marine and hydraulic hoses. Atmore Auto Parts is open Monday through Friday from 7 to 5 and on Saturday 7 to 12. No one knows parts better than the folks at Atmore Auto Parts. So for your next project, call Atmore Auto Parts at 251-368-2148.
Welcome back as we get set for the fourth and final quarter of this ball game tonight. Patrician Academy leading Escambia Academy 46-7. Patrician getting some new numbers and faces into the ball game. On the carry earlier, Michael Kittrell, number 13. He gained 2 yards. 2nd down and 8 now for Patrician as the ball goes the other way to start the fourth quarter. Handoff to the fullback. See battles for yardage right at the center. And on the carry there, that looked like number 33. That's going to be Remington Fail. He's going to be stopped short. It'll be third down and 2. Injured Cougar down. And so the Cougar coaching staff out to check on him. Don't see what the number is yet, but we'll let you know just as soon as we do. Third down and 2. 11:33 to go here in the ball game. So injured player being carried off to the side by the Cougar coaching staff. They're going to check on him over there. And play will continue on the field. Handoff is going to be to the first back through for Patrician. It's going to be enough for a first down, so the ball will come out across the 50 into Cougar territory to the 49. Well, actually, they spot it right on the 50, so it'll be at midfield. First down and 10 for Patrician. Clock still rolling with 10:54 to go here in the ball game. 46-7. Patrician with the football. There's the snap. Handoff is going to be to the far back, coming near side. Got running room. That's going to be 13. He breaks back across the field. He's going to outrun everybody into the end zone. So a touchdown there by number 13, Michael Kittrell, from 50 yards out. So Kittrell starts his way coming left and then reverses, well, didn't reverse his field. He just broke back against the grain and found a running lane. And he goes 50 yards for a touchdown. And now the score is going to be Patrician 52, Escambia Academy 7, with the point after touchdown coming. Back to do the point after, that's going to be number 1, Carson Cootie, kicking for the Saints. The holders, number 2, Tate Boykin. Boykin with the ball placed down. And that point after is going to be no good. So with the clock running with 10:15, and it looks like we are going to have a running clock now because the clock is not stopped. The score 52-7. Patrician over Escambia Academy. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore. You may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Every neighborhood is different. Every home unique. But one thing is for sure. Everywhere you go, you'll find people who take pride in their homes. Indoors, outdoors, they're always working on something. At your local ACE, we're proud to play our part in the communities we serve. And we want you to know that whatever projects you're planning, whether they're big or small, we'll be there. Have a question? Come in and ask. Our associates will be glad to help. They'll show you everything you'll need to get started. Give you friendly tips and expert advice on getting great results. Helpful ways to help you save time and money. Painting a room a new color. Getting the lawn just right. From changing porch light to hanging pictures on the wall. If you need help, your local ACE is just minutes away. Stop by today. ACE, the helpful place.
See Bondurant Lumber and Hardware with locations in Bruton, Century, and Atmore.
Welcome back. Cougars are going to get the football back. Running out of bounds there, number 5. Be Devin Kelly. So Kelly brings the ball out across the 50-yard line into Patrician Saint territory. Ball's going to be spotted down at the Patrician 47-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 Cougars from there. Cougars just kind of read into a buzzsaw tonight. You know, this is a good football team, no doubt about it. 7-0 coming in. They're going to end up 8-0. They primarily run the football. And a very good offensive football team. Wide receiver split wide to both sides, slots both sides. Jacob Lee, the lone back in the backfield at quarterback, now rolling to his left, looking to throw. Got a big arm, got a man open, but he's going to throw an interception. He just threw it a little short. The ball's going to be spotted inside the 5, down at about the maybe the 2 or 3 yard line. So pass is intercepted. Jacob Lee had a man open, but just didn't put enough air under the football and threw it too much on the line, and it was able to be caught and intercepted. And that's another thing that the Saints have done very well all night long is play defense. Running clock now, 7:01, 7 minutes left to go in the ball game. And the Cougars are just looking to get this one in the books. Patrician Academy with the football in the shadow of their own goalpost. And they'll just, I feel pretty sure, let's see what their whistle. And it looks like maybe a timeout being called. So the clock will stop with 6:29 to go here in the ball game. 52-7 the score. And the Cougars' win streak that they had of 3 in a row is going to come to an end. Now, keep in mind the Cougars are still have a possibility of making the playoffs because they picked up a win last week in a region game against Pickens Academy. But what they got to have is they will have the tiebreaker against Pickens. But it would be better for the Cougars if just to eliminate all that, if Pickens just didn't win a region game. $6:29 to go. Clock stopped. It'll start on the snap. And we've had a running clock up until the timeout. Play at right tackle. And I'm sorry, but the play's too far away from me with these 59-year-old eyeballs. I'll never pick out a number in that mass of humanity as to who actually carried the ball. Clock running with 6:08 to go here in the ball game. And Patrician, they're just looking to run this clock out and get to the house without getting anybody injured. 2nd down and 6. There's the snap. Handoff is to the fullback. He's going to battle for yardage. Looks like he's going to be out near and possibly have a first down. He is going to be short. I got a bad angle to be trying to be the spotter on that. It's like it's going to be 3rd down and about 2 now for Patrician. Clock still runs with 5:20 to go in the ball game. Patrician breaks the huddle. They split a wide receiver out wide left. Quarterback underneath center. There's the snap. Handoff is to the fullback. Cougars stack it up. Do a good job there defensively. Play's actually going to lose a yard or so. That's going to bring up a 4th down, and the punting unit for Patrician comes out. The Cougars are going to get the ball back. Clock continues to run. 4 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the ball game. 52-7 the score. Patrician leading Escambia Academy. And like I say, once again, I want to commend this officiating crew because they have really done a good job on this game tonight. There's a high kick going to be fielded. Devin Kelly, number 5, but well defended there as number 8 comes and makes the play for Patrician. Let's try to get that number, and I'm actually looking at the wrong thing. I got too many things going on here that I just can't seem to keep up with here. Let's try this one. Because I wanted to get number 8, give him a mention on a good play. Number 8 was Matthew Mize for Patrician Academy. See, I'm supposed to have some new score updates as well. Let me see if I can get those to you. Thanks, Rick. There's a little toss sweep to number 2. That's going to be Ty McCants. McCants stays in bounds. And it doesn't matter whether he stays in or gets knocked out. It's running clock here. Inside 3 minutes now, 2:58 and counting. Scores from around the area. Let's see what we got. The Blue Devils of Escambia County High School have come back and actually lead Bayside Academy in the third quarter. It's Escambia County 28, Bayside Academy 27. Northview, Florida is all over Jay. The last score we've got here is 35-7. Mobile Christian beating up on Flomaton 29-6 in the third quarter. Thomasville 7, W.S. Neal 6 in the third quarter. Cottage Hill 24, Monroe County nothing in the second quarter. XL 28, Hillcrest Evergreen 14 in the third. T.R. Miller all over Satsuma 34-0 in that game in the third quarter. Orange Beach over Wilcox Central 48-0 in the third. And Murphy 14, Baldwin County 12 in the third quarter. So those are just some games around the area. Our score here, 52-7. With 1:48 to go here in the ball game. Escambia Academy Cougars with the football. S.T. Clark is at quarterback. Clark looking, now rolling, now going to run. And he is going to be run out of bounds finally. Still a running clock, so even though ST stepped out of bounds, the clock's going to continue to run with a 52-7 score. And we're down to 1:05 to go in the ball game, about down to a minute. And the Cougars are going to finish this ball game with a record of 3-4. 3 wins, 4 losses. Of course, from where they started, I mean, they started 0-3. There's a ball from ST. ST throws a good football, and the ball's going to get into the end zone. Let's see if are they going to mark it. Yeah, Cameron Ball on the reception of an ST Clark touchdown pass. So with 38.6 seconds to go, the Cougars light up the scoreboard. So now 52-13 with the point after touchdown coming. Looks like the Cougars, well, actually they are going to kick the point after. Ball's placed down. Kick is going to be on the ground. And the clock continues to run. The Cougars trailing in the ball game now 52-13, and that's going to about do it. I mean, that's going to do it and wrap it up for this game, as they won't have time to get up and set up over a ball, and they're not going to kick off again. The refereeing crew, they're all assembling together, and they're going to leave the field. Actually, a good job by this officiating crew tonight in running this thing. I thought it was a very well officiated game, and both teams are going to meet at midfield. And so here's the deal. The Cougars are going to end this ball game with a record of 3-4. Of course, they lost their first 3 games of the year. They won 3 games in a row. They actually won a region game, and so they are now 1-3. 1-3. This is their last region game of the year. So they're waiting to see how things turn out with Pickens Academy for the remainder of the year. But like I said, it could be that the Cougars could, with their win over Pickens Academy, could end up with an opportunity to play in the postseason. And, of course, the postseason just about 3 weeks away from tonight. 2 more games left on this schedule. We'll be on the road next week with Escambia Academy as we continue following them each and every Friday night. So we'll be on the air next Friday night right here on WBZR Atmore at 6:45. Airtime will be at 7 o'clock. And so that game will be upcoming next week. If you want to tune in for the scores and everything, tune in to WPFL 105.1. As soon as Flomaton finishes up around 9:30 or so, I would imagine, is when the scoreboard show will get on the air. So you'll be able to hear all the area scores and everything going on around us. And, of course, Paul has a tremendous following on that scoreboard show. And not only that, he has a good trivia question where he gives out a big prize pack. So tune in for that, and maybe you can pick yourself up a prize pack tonight from the scoreboard show on WPFL. Your final score is the Patrician Academy Saints 52, the Escambia Academy Cougars 13. We'll see you next week from the road as we travel with the Cougars next Friday night. For Mr. Larry back at the station, thank you, Mr. Larry, for everything you did tonight. An awesome job, and we'll see you next week. Be sure to pull for your favorite college team this weekend, and we'll talk to you next Friday night. That'll do it. Good night, everybody.